Hello and welcome to the Weber channel. This is shopping edition. This is basically over the last month and a half. What have I done? How have I funded and financed the stuff that I've bought and sold and all that? Well, the sold stuff is paid. Well, the simple fact is I'm on disability, classed as severely disabled. I don't work. I have lots of things wrong with me that make it impossible for me to work and that. So when the only money that comes into the house is my disability and benefits, and so therefore if I want to buy any more coping strategies, if I want to buy new technology or anything that's going to help me survive, that I have to sell something. It's a closed system, so this is how it works. Oh, my drink is there. Seeing my drinking on OBS on the actual camera made me realise that, oh, I should actually take a drink, because I've been dehydrated over the last couple of days. See the last video. The last video explains that. But what did I sell? I sold three laptops and a tablet laptop and a phone and a router and going to my eBay, and actually I sold all my eBay stuff is sold. So go to my eBay. eBay's never been a business to me. I only sell stuff when I actually need to get to the stuff. I only get as much as I need, so I never do it for a profit or anything like that. The only reason I sell tech stuff is that I've got is to get other tech stuff, other disabled stuff to help and stuff around the house. It's the only way I can do these things. So what did I sell? I sold one router. I sold my old X-Real Air glasses. I sold another router. I sold a new M2 enclosure and drive. I sold a laptop, my Amiga 1200, a phone, a laptop, a camera. That's what I sold. The amount of money I made was a pretty nice amount of money on all this stuff. But of course that money went straight back out to buy other stuff, to fund and finance this new things that's happening around me at the moment. So some of the stuff was actually interesting because I used to have let's tell me, like the Ubiquity Unify Dream Machine, all-in-one device with access point, switch, security, gateway, UDR. Gorgeous Ubiquity thingy. It had been part of my network for the house for over a year downstairs, but there was always a limitation with it. You see, I've recently upgraded to 1 gigabit internet. Now the problem is the Ubiquity Dream Machine, the version that I've got, which isn't the Pro, tops out at about 750 megs. Right, it's not a gig, so you can't do the full 1000. And this has bothered me, and it's more like 500. It goes down because the actual system, it just isn't made for doing the 1000. It can't handle that amount. I kept it for a long time because everything else about it, the security and system is amazing on the Ubiquity system. But there was things on it that I didn't use. Like I don't use its built-in wireless because I've got two of the big access points that go with it. A high data version, Wi-Fi 6, and a long range one that reaches all the way to my backyard. This allows me to have a really good internet no matter where I am in the house or the backyard. But so I noticed they'd come out with something new, and it was actually cheaper than the Ubiquiti. So I was able to sell my Ubiquiti for more than I bought the new one, because the new one doesn't have a built-in wireless. It doesn't have a built-in access point. It is just a router, but it is enough, and it's by the same company. Oh my God, I love those. I love it. I love it. Love it. Why? Because the thing is, because it's all based on the same system of OS, basically, and it keeps a copy of all your OS and everything in the system. Bloody brilliant. Literally, normally when you change router, it's a pain in the ass, especially if you have a lot of network stuff and you've got to set up the IP and for everything in your house, and like all my cameras and everything, my secure PoE systems and all those things, and every single item in the house would have had to be reconnected to a new wireless. No. All I did was, would you like to import your settings from your backup? Oh, when did it take its backup? I don't remember doing a backup. Oh, it does automatic backups. He had done one like 3 hours ago before I shut down the other. It's like, cool. And basically it just imported everything. And within like 2 minutes, everything was back as it was. It was awesome. My entire network was back. The passwords and everything, secure passwords had been saved. The secure network settings, everything I'd set up in it for different things, all just crossed over perfectly. It's like, that's awesome. That's why I stick with that kind of stuff. So that didn't actually cost me anything, because what I sold, even secondhand, was actually, so I'm happy. My Steam games now download at 1 gigabit. Yep, happy. I finally see the 1000 MBS, and it makes me happy. I know there's different types of bandwidth and that. So that worked. That was a happy thing. A bed for in here. Because, of course, this is going to become my bedroom. This isn't... Remember, I had expanded myself to like the entire house. And that never felt right to me. It's never felt right to me. I've never liked... It's always felt itchy. The entire house has felt itchy. I love the house. It's the family house. But it was never meant for one person. And as I've always said, when I lived with Paola, I had one computer. Well, one computer. Printer, server, mail server, mud server. It was all in front of me though, in the corner of the living room. One desk, and stuff down to the side. And with 3 monitors. And that was all, that was me, that was all of my stuff. I had a box underneath my desk with my clothes in. And I had 2 drawers. The rest of the house was for Paola. That's all I needed. It was normal. It was my safe space. So the idea of having this room as my private room, as my everything, and the house as a home for more than one person, it's like that to me is wonderful. It makes me happy. So I bought a bed. It's been custom made, which is awesome. I'll talk about it when it's here. But yeah, it's a sofa bed, double sofa bed. It'll sit just here up against this area here. It's a small double. It's a small double, and it's when it's expanded out, it just goes right up to the desk there in its bed format. So that will arrive probably at the end of the month, because it's being actual manufactured. It isn't a off-the-shelf thing. It's really nice. So that was bought. The kitchen. I haven't used the kitchen as a proper kitchen for a long time because it's been my backup. You've seen me doing my vlogs down there. Can't do vlogs down there. The kitchen table is actually a kitchen table. You know, it's empty. It's ready to be someone who can sit at it and eat. The kitchen table is no longer a streaming setup. Yeah. This is... It's like, whoa, yeah, whoa, we've got actually a kitchen table. Right. But there was, I didn't have a kettle. I didn't have a coffee maker. I didn't have a toaster. I didn't have a fully functioning kitchen hob, even. All these things had to be rectified. So that's all. That was all done. And there's sorting out the bedroom for the person that's going to come and stay, and changing it from what it was to what it will be. In the big scheme of things, I haven't spent a lot of money, but there was lots of things like things you don't think of until you have to think of them. Like more towels than you'd normally have because there's going to be more than one person there. Most people don't just... I use very basic stuff. Like I wash my face with something called African black soap. Some people like it, some people don't. And I usually have one bottle of Head and Shoulders in the thingy. I don't use the bath. This person probably will want to use the bath. I haven't had a bath since... When did I last have a bath? 1998. 1998 is the last time I actually lay in a bath. That will have been at the first house that me and Paola had together. Since then, because Paola was disabled, the disability bungalow that we went in for 15 years had a walk-in shower instead of a bath because a bath's harder to get in and out of. So it's a special walk-in disabled shower. And when my mum sorted out next door, she took out the bath and she built a custom walk-in shower again. Had done so that we had that there. So yeah, I have. So I don't need the stuff that you need for a bath thing or anything. I had to get all that stuff in. Been lots of little things to make the house usable for two people. And getting rid of all those items has not been a bad thing. Like I say, it hasn't impacted... Not only has it not impacted my coping strategy, but it hasn't impacted my backup coping strategy. Every part of what I do and what I use technology to do everything, like for example, if you look behind me on that shelf, on top of the arcade machine, I've got my Quest 3 and my HTC Vive still works. I found that's on there as well. And I have my index up on its pulley system. So I have 3 backups when it comes to it for my VR coping strategies. When it comes to computers, I have this one, I have that one there, and I also have my 2 Steam Decks, and I have a little EM680 mini computer, which can, in theory, can actually take the place of my main computer. and can have an eGPU plugged into it. And so I've got multiple backups still of every part of the system. I've got multiple backups for my camera. I didn't need a real camera, well, a proper camera. I use the only, that iPhone has never been used outside the house and never been used as a phone. It's purely always just been an iPhone 11, and it's just a camera. I was happy to get rid of my Amiga 1200. What went wrong with my Amiga 1200 was when I got it, I didn't realise how you needed to set up and how much work. The person who sold it warned me. So it was Amiga 1200 with High Storm in it. I loved it, but at the same time, I had spent so much time tweaking it, it was no longer part of my coping strategy. It was part of my projects. Very different things. So, yeah. I was happy to get rid of that because that arcade machine behind me, that freaking arcade machine there is my prime. I use it every single day as part of my coping strategy, as part of my daily routine to play my games on there, because that thing settles me back into the past so fucking easily, back to when I was a teenager at arcades and that. It's amazing. I mean, that is one of the best investments in my coping strategies, apart from VR, that I've ever had. So it's not like nothing I've done has in any way impacted my coping strategy. In fact, everything I was going to sell, I talked to my people on Discord to make sure I wasn't making a mistake. Like at one point in time I was thinking, okay, why don't I sell the Quest 3? I don't use it very often at all. And then, but people just pointed out to me, yep, it's your backup for your VR. You need it just in case. And I'm like, yep, you're right. So that's why I didn't sell that. Even though I probably only use it like 3 or 4 times a year. It's there just in case. It has to be. So yeah, I have been going through everything, and it feels refreshing. Very refreshing, actually, to be in this situation where I can go, okay, yeah, we're okay. I've got enough stuff to do all myself. I've downsized into one room that is my room, which is nice and happy. It's something I wanted to do long ago anyway. And I've sold the things that I wanted to do. There's nothing else I'm selling on eBay. A couple of the items I sold to my friend instead of actually on there. And everything is coming up golden. That reminds me, I need to do something. Oh, I've got to work out something within the next few days. I just remembered. Yeah. It's 5:21 in the morning and I have already done, this is my 3rd vlog. My brain is still wired and still in hyper focus and wants to be doing cleaning, but there's nothing else to clean. I've done it all. I've moved everything. I've sorted everything. I've been through everything in the house. Cookies is what my brain's doing at the moment. I've got a few more things coming in. I'm replacing a couple of my Echo Dots with new versions of the Echo Dot because they were very cheap. They were £21 each on Amazon Prime Day, the Prime Day that's just gone. So yeah. All of that should be delivered today. Let me just check. Sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted. An extension cable for one of my controller thingamajigs. Yeah. Oh. The one big thing. Another big thing we bought. Steam mop. Cleaner mop type. Cleaner thingamajig. Why? I'm going to try using it on the carpets to spruce them up a bit. There's still this icky stains in this. And having the steam clean would be a good thing. I'm told it's very good for that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm going to steamify some stuff. Everything else is sorted. We've got stats coming today, and managed to afford to buy some more Audible books. I'm always running out of Audible books. Yeah, so pretty much everything is sorted. Happiness goes this way and that way, and happiness. So I will say bye-bye now. Jason's okay. Oh. Yes, I'm still hyper happy, psycho, crazy at the moment. Because my brain wants to do different things, and I doesn't. Ooh, I found my Chinese balls. These. I love these. I used to use these all the time as part of stimming. Brilliant for stimming and that, and also for hand dexterity. So I always think I haven't done them for a long time, but yeah, I really enjoy it. Really meditative movement. I love doing this. It's good for your actual circulation as well. That's why you're doing this kind of thing. So I do this a lot now. I'm still getting back into it. I can't do this for. I used to be able to do it for hours and hours and hours, and just sit there watching a film while I was doing this. Now my hands go numb if I do it too much, but it's good to like. I mean, the thing is, my hands are very okay at the moment. So, I mean, I'm in my 50s, and with all the computer stuff I've done through my life and that, I'm so happy that I haven't, touched wood, I haven't got repetitive strain or anything, issues like that, or arthritis in my hands or anything like that. Won't bother me too much. Bother. Also bought a big blankie, and I built a swing chair in the backyard, a swing seat, sofa, bench, whatever you want to call it, very comfortable, so that we can sit in the backyard and have the fire pit on and stuff. I'm thinking about things from not one person, but more than one person in the house to do stuff. Delegation is. Sorry, I've got so much fucking energy in my brain at the moment, and I'm trying to. And the only reason I'm not doing something is because I'm doing a vlog and it's focusing me enough to do it. But as you can see, it's not. Anything I do more will be just work. Calm yourself, James. Relax. Oh, I'm going to need some sleep later in the day. I am fucking going to need sleep later in the day. I know that. Oh yeah, if anybody's got anything to sell on eBay, now's the time for do it. Because they're bringing in a new system on the 16th. But as a thingy prelude to that, they've got no fees at the moment. Freaking no fees. I mean, literally no fees. You sell something on there, you get all of the money. Normally, eBay takes about 20%, but literally, you want no, nothing. Nothing's going to them at all. Something sells on eBay for £180. You get £180. If you've got anything you want to sell on eBay, freaking do it now. Before the 16th, I don't know. It's some kind of thing they've done. It's like, why can't they be making any money on this? It's weird. But yeah. If you want to sell anything on eBay, do it now. Do it now. Oh my god, I am so freaking psychotically crazy. My brain is so highly Let me just check. I want to check. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yep, I'm just going. See, I've just said I've been using the word psychotically crazy, strange at the moment, and I know it's not a term we use these days, but it's not a medical term anymore, but basically exhibiting or suggesting of mental, emotional unsoundness or instability. And I pretty much see that describes what I'm going through at this moment, while my brain is so hyper focused and wants to do stuff and got all this energy, and I've done everything, and it's not the camera is focusing me and keeping me sitting here, and I've got so much and it's not going to work for much longer, and I'm going to have to find something else to do until it burns itself out and it's gone. Yeah. No, sorry. I'm looking. I've gone to a dictionary. And I've looked up psychotic, and people are so thingy about using words, and they can't be politically incorrect, and you can't have all this, and you can't call people this. Well, well, I've just looked up psychotic on here, and I wanted to make sure I was using the right team for how my brain's feeling at the moment, and and I looked down to the synonyms. Balmy, batty, brain sick, crack brain, crackpot, crazy, daft, fruity, insane, loco, loony, mad, mental, psycho, unbalanced, wacko, wacky, balmy, bedlam, bughouse, cracked, cranky, cuckoo, demented, gaga, cookies, Looney Tunes. Oh god, another Looney Tunes. Maniacal, nuts, unhinged, another wacko, bats, bonkers, certifiable, haywire, deranged. None of them are really politically correct these days in mental terms. Moonstruck, screwy. I love it. Scatty. Yes, my brain's slightly out there at the moment, as you can tell. The longer this vlog is going on, the more my brain isn't able to focus on this and wants to be doing something. It doesn't know what it wants to do, but there's so much energy in there that it wants to do something. So yes, this is part of when the hyperness kicked in. Finding it very hard to actually focus. So yes. Now you know why I can't sleep at the moment. Sleep bad. Sleep not something that can happen when you're like this. Wee. The poor doggies. I woke them up early this morning. They've come back put on there. They're sleeping down here. I'm just lying down here. Oh, but it's almost time to go downstairs and do their food and everything, and have my medication, my blood pressure medication, and generally, I am focused. Yeah, we can survive another 30 minutes before life starts. So. 30. What are you doing? He's like, come here, you daft sod. I did little doggies. Anyway, I'm going to stop this. Oh my god, it's 30 minutes. I've been on here 30 minutes. Okay. We started off this vlog, didn't we, Bertie and Zaki? We started it off quite calmly and thinking that my brain just was. I'm trying to do anything to stop my brain from wanting me to fucking clean some more and do some stuff, and there's no more cupboards to sort out. I mean, literally, I've cleaned the room that's gonna be a thingy. I've not only emptied all the cupboards, but I've hoovered them out as well. This is what you mean by hyper focus and just taking it too far. And my brain just so. I hoovered the drawers. Anyway, my brain's a little wacko to this. I love that those words are actually still on that. It's so politically incorrect, but it's fucking awesome. So I will say bye bye for now, you wonderful, splendiferous, awesome piece of blood uberness.